How can you ever change your life if you don't truly know yourself? Pause for a moment and let that question sink in. Think about it. Every successful person you've ever admired, every great leader, every fulfilled individual, they all have one thing in common. They know who they are. They've taken the time to understand their strengths, their weaknesses, their values, and their purpose. Without self-awareness, you're like a ship lost at sea without a compass, drifting aimlessly, hoping to reach a destination you can't even define. Let's get real for a moment. Personal development is a buzzword that's thrown around a lot these days. Everyone wants to grow, improve, and achieve more. But here's the hard truth. Growth doesn't happen by accident. You can't just read a book, listen to a podcast, or attend a seminar and expect transformation. Growth starts with self-awareness. It's the foundation, the very bedrock, of every meaningful change in your life. Why? Because self-awareness allows you to see the truth about yourself. It helps you identify what's holding you back and what you need to do to move forward. It's the starting point for setting clear goals, making better decisions, and building stronger relationships. Without it, you're walking through life blindfolded, making choices based on guesses, assumptions, or what others expect of you. When you understand yourself, when you truly know who you are, you gain clarity, confidence, and control over your life. So, what can you expect in the next 30 minutes? We're going to take a deep dive into the power of self-awareness and how it can transform your life. Here's what we'll cover. What is self-awareness? We'll break it down in simple terms, explain the two types of self-awareness, and share practical examples to help you understand the concept fully. Why self-awareness is important. We'll explore why self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth. You'll learn how it impacts everything from your career to your relationships to your overall happiness. How to cultivate self-awareness. This is where it gets practical. We'll share actionable steps and techniques you can start using today to become more self-aware and take charge of your personal development journey. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the importance of self-awareness, but also have a clear roadmap to start applying it in your life. So, buckle up, grab a notebook if you need to, and get ready to embark on a journey that could change the trajectory of your life. Let's dive in. What is self-awareness? Let's begin by defining self-awareness in the simplest terms possible. Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively through reflection and introspection. It's about understanding who you are at your core, your emotions, your beliefs, your motivations, and even your habits. It's the process of looking inward and asking, what makes me tick? What do I truly value? Why do I react the way I do? At its heart, self-awareness is a mirror. It helps you see the unfiltered truth about yourself, not just the image you project to others or the version of yourself you wish to be. To truly understand self-awareness, we need to break it down into two main types: internal self-awareness and external self-awareness. 1. Internal self-awareness. This is your ability to understand your own thoughts, emotions, values, and motivations. It's about recognizing what's happening inside you, your inner world. For example, do you know what triggers your anger or anxiety? Are you aware of your strengths and weaknesses? Can you identify what truly makes you happy or fulfilled? Internal self-awareness is essential because it helps you align your actions with your core values. Without it, you might chase goals or live a life that doesn't feel authentic to who you really are. 2. External self-awareness. This is your ability to see yourself from the perspective of others. It's about understanding how your actions, words, and behavior impact the people around you. For example, are you aware of how your tone of voice affects others? Do you know how people perceive your leadership style? Can you accurately gauge whether you're inspiring or intimidating in social situations? External self-awareness is critical for building strong relationships. It allows you to navigate social dynamics with empathy and adaptability. Now, let's bring this concept to life with a story. Imagine Sarah, a young professional who always felt stuck in her career. No matter how hard she worked, she wasn't getting promoted. Sarah assumed her boss just didn't like her. One day during a feedback session, her boss revealed the truth. Sarah had a habit of interrupting others during meetings. It made her colleagues feel unheard, and her ideas often came across as dismissive. This feedback was a wake-up call for Sarah. She realized she lacked external self-awareness. She had no idea how her behavior was perceived by others. From that moment, Sarah decided to work on both her internal and external self-awareness. She started journaling to reflect on her emotions and actions. She practiced active listening in meetings and asked for feedback regularly. Over time, Sarah's relationships with her team improved, and so did her career trajectory. Here's the thing: internal and external self-awareness go hand in hand. Without internal self-awareness, you can't truly understand your values or why you behave the way you do. Without external self-awareness, you might unintentionally hurt others or create barriers in your relationships and career. Developing both types is like sharpening two sides of a sword. It equips you to navigate both your inner world and the world around you with clarity and purpose. The importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness is not just a skill, it's the foundation of personal growth. It's the cornerstone on which every other aspect of your development is built. Let's dive deeper into why self-awareness is so important and how it can transform your life. 1. Foundation of growth. Imagine trying to fix a leaky pipe without knowing where the leak is. Or better yet, imagine trying to build a house without understanding the ground you're building on. That's what personal development looks like without self-awareness. Here's the truth: you can't fix what you don't know is broken. Self-awareness is the starting point of any meaningful change. When you understand your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you can identify areas that need improvement. For instance, are you struggling with procrastination? Self-awareness can help you uncover the fears or habits driving it. Do you keep making poor relationship choices? Self-awareness might reveal unresolved patterns or beliefs that influence your decisions. Without self-awareness, you're shooting in the dark, trying random strategies without addressing the root of the issue. But with self-awareness, you're armed with clarity and purpose, ready to take deliberate steps toward growth. 2. Clarity of purpose. One of the greatest gifts of self-awareness is clarity. Clarity about who you are, what you value, and what you truly want in life. When you're self-aware, you can ask yourself, what really matters to me? Am I pursuing goals that align with my values, or am I chasing someone else's dreams? What is my unique purpose in this world? Let me share an example. John was working in a high-paying corporate job, but he felt unfulfilled. Through self-reflection, he realized his core value was helping others, not climbing the corporate ladder. This clarity led him to switch careers and become a teacher, a decision that brought him immense satisfaction and a sense of purpose. Self-awareness helps you stop living on autopilot. It gives you the courage to align your actions with your values, leading to a more authentic and meaningful life. 3. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions, and it starts with self-awareness. Think about it. How can you regulate your anger if you don't realize you're angry? How can you express your needs if you don't know what you're feeling? Self-awareness is the first step in mastering your emotions. It allows you to identify your emotional triggers, respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, build resilience in the face of challenges. For example, imagine you're in a heated argument. Without self-awareness, you might lash out and say something you regret. But if you're self-aware, you can pause, recognize your emotions, and choose a response that aligns with your values. This ability not only benefits you, but also improves how you interact with others. 4. Improved relationships. Speaking of interactions, self-awareness is a game changer for relationships, whether it's with your partner, family, friends, or colleagues. When you understand yourself, you can communicate more effectively, set healthy boundaries, show empathy and compassion toward others. Let's say you're someone who tends to avoid conflict. Without self-awareness, you might suppress your feelings and let resentment build. But when you're self-aware, you can acknowledge your discomfort with confrontation and work on addressing issues constructively. Self-awareness also helps you understand how your actions affect others. You might realize that your sarcastic humor, while funny to you, hurts someone you care about. This understanding allows you to make adjustments and build stronger, healthier relationships. 5. Avoiding self-sabotage. Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy? Like no matter how hard you try, you keep getting in your own way? This is often the result of a lack of self-awareness. Self-sabotage happens when we're unaware of the beliefs, fears, or habits that drive our behavior. For example, you procrastinate because deep down, you're afraid of failure. You push people away because you fear rejection. You avoid taking risks because you doubt your abilities. Without self-awareness, these patterns remain hidden, and you continue to repeat them. But when you develop self-awareness, you can identify and address the root causes of self-sabotage. Here's a story. Lisa was a talented artist, but she never finished her projects. Through self-reflection, she realized she feared judgment. This insight allowed her to confront her fear and commit to completing her work. Over time, she not only finished her projects, but also gained the confidence to share them with the world. The ripple effect of self-awareness. When you're self-aware, it doesn't just benefit you, it impacts every area of your life. In your career, you make choices that align with your strengths and passions. In your relationships, you connect with others on a deeper level. In your personal life, you experience greater peace and fulfillment. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks the door to your potential. Without it, you're stuck in a cycle of repeating mistakes and living below your potential. But with it, you can create a life that's true to who you are. How to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness isn't something you achieve overnight. It's a skill, a muscle, that grows stronger with consistent effort and intentional practice. In this section, we'll explore practical steps and actionable exercises to help you cultivate self-awareness in your daily life. Practical steps to build self-awareness. Let's start with specific methods you can incorporate into your routine to increase your self-awareness. 1. Journaling. Writing is one of the most effective tools for self-discovery. Journaling allows you to process your thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a structured way. Why it works. When you put pen to paper, you slow down your thinking and reflect more deeply on your day. How to start. Dedicate just 10-15 minutes daily to writing. Focus on questions like, what emotions did I experience today and why? What challenges did I face and how did I respond? What am I grateful for? Journaling not only helps you uncover hidden patterns in your behavior, but also provides clarity and insight into your decision-making process. 2. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are about observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. They teach you to live in the present moment and build awareness of your inner world. Mindfulness in practice. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations as they arise. For example, if you feel anxious, instead of pushing the feeling away, observe it. Where do I feel this anxiety in my body? What triggered it? What does it feel like to simply sit with this emotion? Meditation techniques. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Focus on your breath, a mantra, or simply sitting in stillness. Apps like Calm or Headspace can help guide you through the process. Over time, mindfulness and meditation can deepen your connection to yourself, allowing you to understand your emotions and reactions more clearly. 3. Feedback from others. Sometimes the clearest reflection of ourselves comes from those around us. Seeking feedback from trusted individuals can reveal blind spots you might not see on your own. How to seek feedback. Ask people you trust, friends, family, mentors, for constructive input. Use specific questions like, how do I come across in group settings? Are there any behaviors you think might be holding me back? Receiving feedback gracefully. Remember, feedback isn't criticism. Approach it with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Feedback helps bridge the gap between internal and external self-awareness, giving you a fuller picture of who you are. 4. Personality assessments. While not definitive, personality assessments can provide valuable insights into your tendencies, strengths, and areas for growth. Popular tools. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, categorizes you into one of 16 personality types based on how you perceive the world and make decisions. The Enneagram identifies your core motivations and fears, offering a deeper understanding of your emotional triggers. StrengthsFinder focuses on your natural talents and how to leverage them. How to use these tools. Treat assessments as starting points for reflection, not as labels. Use the insights to explore why you behave the way you do and how you can grow. Actionable exercises to build self-awareness. Practical exercises can help make the process of cultivating self-awareness more tangible. Here are some you can try. 1. Daily reflection. Prompts. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on targeted questions that encourage introspection. Examples include, what did I do well today? What could I improve on? What made me feel happy, frustrated, or anxious today? What did I learn about myself today? This practice fosters a habit of regular self-check-ins, helping you recognize patterns and areas for growth over time. 2. Observe patterns in your behavior. Take note of recurring themes in your emotions, thoughts, and actions. Ask yourself, what triggers my strongest emotions and why? Are there situations where I consistently react the same way? What habits or routines help me feel at my best? For example, if you notice that public speaking always makes you nervous, dig deeper. Is it fear of judgment? Is it a lack of preparation? Understanding these patterns helps you address the root cause rather than just the symptom. 3. Identify and challenge limiting beliefs. We all have beliefs that shape how we view ourselves in the world, but not all of them serve us well. Spend time identifying limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. Examples of limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed because of my past. Challenge these beliefs by asking, is this belief based on fact or fear? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones can transform your mindset and behavior. 4. Practice emotional labeling. The next time you feel overwhelmed by emotions, try labeling them. Instead of saying, I feel bad, dig deeper. I feel disappointed because I didn't meet my own expectations. I feel frustrated because I didn't communicate my needs clearly. Labeling emotions gives you clarity and helps you respond more thoughtfully to challenging situations. Consistency, the key to lifelong practice. Self-awareness isn't a one-time achievement, it's a lifelong journey. Like physical exercise, the benefits of self-awareness grow with consistent effort. Here's how to stay on track. Set a routine. Dedicate time daily or weekly to self-awareness practices, like journaling or meditation. Be patient. Growth takes time. Celebrate small wins along the way. Revisit your goals. Periodically reflect on your progress and adjust your practices as needed. Cultivating self-awareness requires effort, but the rewards are immense. It unlocks the door to personal growth, emotional intelligence, better relationships, and a life that's aligned with your true self. Overcoming challenges in self-awareness. While cultivating self-awareness is incredibly rewarding, it's not always easy. It requires confronting uncomfortable truths, challenging deeply held beliefs, and breaking through personal biases. In this section, we'll explore some common obstacles on the path to self-awareness and how to overcome them. 1. Fear of facing the truth. One of the biggest challenges people face when developing self-awareness is the fear of confronting personal flaws or painful truths about themselves. Many of us would rather avoid uncomfortable feelings than face the reality of our weaknesses. The discomfort of self-reflection. The process of self-reflection can stir up emotions we'd rather not feel. When we look at ourselves with a critical eye, we may uncover insecurities, mistakes, or habits we're ashamed of. It's natural to feel vulnerable when facing these parts of ourselves. Why it's necessary. Here's the truth. No personal development journey can be truly successful without facing the truth about yourself. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Growth begins with honesty. Only when we understand our flaws can we take steps to improve them. How to cope with this fear. Rather than avoiding self-reflection, try to approach it with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this knowledge to grow? Self-awareness isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about understanding yourself on a deeper level. Think of it as gathering information to build a better version of you, one step at a time. 2. Biases and blind spots. As humans, we all have biases and blind spots, areas where we fail to see the full picture or interpret situations in ways that confirm our existing beliefs. These biases can cloud our judgment and hinder self-awareness. Common biases in self-awareness. Confirmation bias. We tend to seek out information that confirms what we already believe about ourselves, rather than challenging those beliefs. For example, if you believe you're bad at public speaking, you might focus only on the times you fumbled or felt nervous, ignoring the times you performed well. Self-serving bias. We attribute our successes to our skills and abilities, but our failures to external factors. For example, if you get promoted at work, you may attribute it to your hard work, but if you don't get the promotion, you might blame office politics or your boss's bias. How to identify biases? The first step in overcoming biases is becoming aware of them. Challenge your assumptions. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that contradicts my belief? What could I be missing in this situation? How might someone else perceive this differently? Seek alternative perspectives. Surround yourself with diverse viewpoints. Feedback from others can help you spot blind spots in your thinking and behavior. Working through biases. One way to address biases is by cultivating an open mindset. Be willing to question your own beliefs and entertain alternative perspectives. Acknowledge that your perception of reality may not always be accurate, and be open to learning from others. 3. Patience. Being kind to yourself. Self-awareness is a journey, not a destination. One of the most important things to remember is that growth takes time. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel frustrated when progress seems slow or when we don't see immediate results. The process takes time. It's important to recognize that self-awareness is a lifelong practice. There is no finish line where you can say, I am completely self-aware now. You will continue to discover new aspects of yourself throughout your life. Sometimes growth will be rapid, and other times it may feel stagnant. Being kind to yourself. Remember that developing self-awareness is not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. Be gentle with yourself when you make mistakes or struggle to stay consistent. Celebrate small wins. Instead of focusing on what you haven't done, acknowledge the progress you've made. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would treat a close friend, encouraging, understanding, and patient. Understand that failure is part of the process, and you are learning and evolving every day. The challenges of self-awareness, facing uncomfortable truths, overcoming biases, and practicing patience are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. These obstacles help you develop resilience, humility, and a deeper connection to yourself. The discomfort is temporary, but the rewards of self-awareness are lasting. Remember, self-awareness is not about perfection, but about progress. Be kind to yourself, embrace your imperfections, and keep moving forward with curiosity and openness. The transformational power of self-awareness. Self-awareness has the power to be life-changing. It's not just about understanding who you are. It's about unlocking your full potential, achieving greatness, and living a life that aligns with your true self. In this section, let's look at some success stories of people who've harnessed the power of self-awareness, as well as paint a picture of how cultivating it can unlock a new level of personal fulfillment. 1. Success stories. How self-awareness leads to greatness. Throughout history, there are countless examples of individuals who achieved extraordinary things by becoming deeply self-aware. These people didn't just rely on raw talent or luck. They understood themselves on a profound level, and this awareness shaped their actions, decisions, and ultimately, their success. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is a living example of how self-awareness can transform a life. Her journey to success didn't happen overnight. She had to confront personal trauma, such as childhood abuse, and make conscious decisions to overcome these challenges. Oprah didn't just acknowledge her past. She reflected on how it shaped her, and in doing so, she gained the strength to rise above it. Her self-awareness allowed her to connect with others on a deep emotional level, and this connection is what turned her into one of the most influential figures in media. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was known for his innovative thinking, but his path to success was far from easy. He faced many setbacks in his early years, including being fired from the company he founded. However, through self-reflection, Jobs came to understand that failure wasn't the end. It was an opportunity for growth. His self-awareness helped him refine his vision for Apple and develop products that would revolutionize technology. Jobs was also aware of his unique leadership style and was unafraid to push boundaries and challenge conventional thinking. Nelson Mandela. One of the most iconic figures in modern history, Nelson Mandela's path to greatness was shaped by his profound self-awareness. While imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela took the time to reflect on his values, beliefs, and purpose. His self-awareness helped him develop a sense of peace and forgiveness, which ultimately led to his ability to heal a divided nation. Mandela didn't just fight for political freedom. He fought for personal freedom, knowing that true change starts within. His story is a testament to the power of self-awareness in overcoming adversity and leading with integrity. Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou, renowned poet and author, was deeply aware of her own life experiences, from her trauma to her triumphs. She used her self-awareness to fuel her creativity and speak out against injustice. Angelou's ability to reflect on her pain and turn it into art gave her a unique voice that resonated with millions. Through her writing, she taught the world about resilience, the importance of self-love, and the power of acknowledging one's own truth. These stories share a common thread. Each person achieved greatness by first understanding themselves, embracing their unique strengths and weaknesses, and using that knowledge to navigate their lives with purpose. 2. Vision of your best self. How self-awareness unlocks potential. Now let's turn our focus on you. Imagine that you could unlock your fullest potential and live a life of true fulfillment. What would that life look like? Self-awareness is the key that can open the door to your best self. Uncovering your true potential. When you become self-aware, you start to see your abilities more clearly. You no longer rely on the opinions of others or external validation to define your worth. Instead, you learn to recognize your unique talents, values, and strengths. This awareness opens the door to your true potential. When you align your actions with your values and passions, you tap into a sense of purpose that fuels your growth. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly what you're working toward. You have a clear vision of your goals, a deep understanding of why they matter, and a renewed sense of motivation to achieve them. This clarity doesn't just improve your productivity. It brings a sense of fulfillment that's rooted in authenticity. Living with authenticity. Self-awareness allows you to live in alignment with your authentic self. No longer are you trying to fit into someone else's mold or live according to society's expectations. Instead, you embrace who you truly are, your strengths, your flaws, and everything in between. You begin to make choices that are in line with your true desires, which leads to a more fulfilling and balanced life. When you live authentically, your actions become congruent with your inner values, creating a sense of peace and satisfaction. You no longer feel torn between what others want from you and what you truly want for yourself. Your decisions are empowered by clarity and self-confidence, and you walk through life with a sense of purpose. Building meaningful relationships. Self-awareness also plays a key role in developing stronger relationships with others. When you understand yourself deeply, you gain empathy and insight into others. This makes you a better communicator, listener, and friend. You can connect with people on a more meaningful level, as your relationships are based on mutual understanding and respect. Think of the relationships in your life: friends, family, colleagues. When you have a deeper understanding of yourself, you'll know how to communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts more easily, and offer support to those you care about. These stronger connections lead to a more enriching and fulfilling life. Mastering your emotions. Self-awareness is also crucial in mastering your emotions. When you know what triggers your emotions, you can respond to them with greater control. Instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally, you can choose how to respond in a way that aligns with your goals and values. You'll experience less anxiety, stress, and regret because you're responding with intention rather than being controlled by your feelings. Picture a scenario where you're faced with a difficult challenge. Instead of becoming overwhelmed or reacting defensively, your self-awareness allows you to stay calm, grounded, and focused. You can think clearly, assess the situation, and take thoughtful action, knowing that your emotional state does not dictate your decisions. The transformational power of self-awareness. Self-awareness has the potential to unlock a life of success, fulfillment, and peace. Whether it's through learning from others' success stories or envisioning your own best self, cultivating self-awareness enables you to live a life of authenticity and purpose. The transformational power of self-awareness doesn't just help you achieve goals, it helps you become the person you were always meant to be. It empowers you to break free from limitations, take control of your emotions, build stronger relationships, and live with clarity and confidence. The journey of self-awareness is not always easy, but it's worth it. Because once you know who you truly are, there's nothing stopping you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. So, are you ready to unlock your full potential? The journey begins with one simple step: getting to know yourself. The journey to self-awareness. As we conclude today's discussion on the power of self-awareness, I want to leave you with a challenge. You've heard how transformative self-awareness can be, and now it's time to take action. Starting today, commit to spending just 10 minutes every single day in reflection. Yes, 10 minutes. Just a brief moment of your day, but it's a powerful start. Set aside time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, actions, and experiences. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn about myself today? What went well, and where can I improve? It's that simple. But this simple practice of daily reflection will slowly begin to reveal things about yourself that you may not have known, or maybe you've been too afraid to face. Over time, these 10 minutes will turn into a habit, and this habit will become a foundation for deeper self-awareness and eventually for lasting personal growth. So, I challenge you today. Take that first step. Start the journey towards self-awareness. Your future self will thank you. Trust me, this is a journey that will change everything. The journey to self-awareness is not an easy one. It requires patience, persistence, and sometimes facing uncomfortable truths. There will be days when it feels like you're not making progress, or you'll want to avoid confronting what you've learned. But I promise you this: every step is worth it. Because when you truly know yourself, when you understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your triggers, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Success, happiness, fulfillment, and the life you've always dreamed of. It's not just about changing who you are. It's about fully becoming who you were always meant to be. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Reflect, grow, and discover the person you are meant to become. Because when you truly know yourself, you are unstoppable. Remember, the journey might be long, but it's one that will lead you to greatness, and you're already on your way. Thank you for joining me on this journey into self-awareness. I hope you found something here today that resonates with you, something that inspires you to take action and begin the most important journey of your life, the journey to know and understand yourself. As you continue on this path, remember, the more you know yourself, the more you can unlock your full potential and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. There are no limits when you are in alignment with who you truly are. So, take that first step and let the rest of your life unfold from there. Be well, stay aware, and keep striving for the best version of yourself. Until next time, take care.